have the Toyota, the first win since 2014, number 6 car, who won. Audi Sport Team Ghost number 8 on the left-hand side in second, and the Porsche Team number 1 in third position. Starting off with Kamui, a home win for a home manufacturer for the first time in basically 2 years. How did that feel?
You know, I think I don't need to say wow. I mean, it's great. It's perfect. I mean, we did a really great job. Of course, I think at the beginning of the week we had really bit difficult start, but I think after quali we found out maybe we have more positive feeling for the race. Yeah. So just we did our best for the race, and of course our home race we got really great supporter, and of course we got very important people from our Toyota boss. And yeah, of course I'm really happy, and of course I think my teammate had really great job, and you know, we still really difficult to believe I'm here. You know, it's a long time, we are far away, and it was really hard through the year. Only Le Mans I think we were bit competitive, and or Spa as well, but after Le Mans I think we struggled really a lot, but yeah, we come back in Fuji at home race. It's great, and I really appreciate all the support.
That last stint with the used tyres, how hard was that?
It's really hard, and you know, when I was the first stint, which is with new tyre run, maybe last 5 laps, maybe the engineer was just asking that you want to do same tyre to another stint or not, and I said how many seconds I can get gaining to the Audi, and they said 10 seconds, which is not enough. I thought. And it was really tough, and I tried my best after that to really keep in time, but I tried to get maximize the lap time and even traffic wise as well. And after the pit stop, we got 40 seconds maybe, which is enough or it's too tight. We never know, but just you know, I need to try, and without try, I think we just lose it. So we did our best, and we tried, and it was a risk, but you know, we won't just win. We don't want to need any more seconds, so it's great beat, and of course we win the home race. It was really great.
Absolutely, Mike. You've had some pretty good results, surprising perhaps results so far this season, seconds here and there. But what's made the step here to be on the top step of the podium?
I think just the combination of sort of the downforce level, and our car was just working in the working window, and I mean, it was really close all the way through, as you saw. You know, there wasn't a tenth between sort of the top 3 on lap times, and yeah, just got to say a huge thank you to the team. You know, amazing effort, really, you know, mega pit stops. We won a lot of time in the pits as well, and obviously my teammate Kamui, little shining star this weekend, putting some really good stints, and especially at the end one, doing a double stint on the tyres. It was something you had to do, you know, just to go for the win. And if we'd have changed tyres, we maybe would have been fighting for third. So it was what we had to do, and he did a mega job. And obviously good stints by Steph as well, and just a really good team effort. So yeah, amazing to be sitting here and, you know, won the race, and couldn't have asked for any more. Quite difficult,
different conditions from the start of the race. Quite warm at the start, and temperatures were quite big. But actually it's pretty cold now the race is finished. Did that have a drastic effect on your car?
Not really. We thought maybe others might suffer with the colder temperatures, but in the end I think we were all very, very similar. And yeah, the last stint was very unknown with doing a double. We hadn't done that many laps on the set tyres before, so but yeah, it paid off, and team did a good job.
Thank you very much, Mike. Steph, with China coming up, a similar kind of circuit layout, and the 6 car now second in the championship again, just 23 points back, and the number 2 Porsche seemingly out struggling. You've got a chance now to fight for the championship.
Yeah, it's an amazing weekend for us on the race. Yeah, 23 points is not a lot, but 2 races remaining only, so we never know what can happen. We give our best, we have a good car, good package, and this weekend it was amazing to fight for the pole in quality. It was a surprise for us, but we did a good job. Unfortunately, I did a mistake, but we could have been on pole. And in the race, we had the pace. The track was very good for us, and Mexico was good. Austin was same, very good, and here even better. So it's very positive for the next one.
Behind the wheel, did the car feel different from the weekends previously?
No, we have a less high-speed corner here, so it's better for us. We are good on braking, good in slow corner with our hybrid system, very good acceleration, but we expect to be good here, but to win it's another step, and we did it. So my teammate did an amazing job. Kamui was just flying, even with the tires and double stint, incredible. And we were shouting behind the TV and supporting him from the pit. So he did an amazing job.
Thank you very much, guys. Moving on to second position, the Audi Sport Team Yost. Ollie, starting with you, going into the race, it was probably hotter than we've experienced all weekend at the start of the race, and the early pace seemed very much yours.
Yeah, I think not just the early pace, I think we were probably the quickest car throughout the race, if you look on pure stint times, but it's not just about being fast. You know, you also need to have perfect pit stops and perfect strategy. Today we probably missed out on a win. It's, you know, second certainly doesn't feel like a great result, because I think we had the car to win it. But we have to take your hat off to the job Toyota have done. You know, to be second in the championship when they've probably not had the most competitive car all season. And today, you know, all three drivers did a fantastic job. The team was spot on. So I prefer to congratulate them. Simply perfect job, and you know, we've got to match that level. We've got to raise our game. Like I say, it's not just about the car. Everything needs to go right, and you know. But also, we want to comment on, you know, after 6 hours, 1.5 seconds, and with the Porsche not far behind, fantastic racing. For us, we were on the edge of our seats watching it. So I hope the fans enjoyed it, and you know, big thanks to the Japanese fans. It's an amazing event, and as a drivers, we will love coming here.
Certainly going into the weekend, it was the closest between the three manufacturers has ever been. I think the same for the end of the race. Lucas, were you kind of stuck with the strategy that you had because of the fuel capacity in the diesel engine? Is that the reason why you ended up in the place that you were?
Yes and no. We were. This race was about 7 stints for us, and we could do 2 laps less than the Porsches. But what was very surprising was that in the middle of the race, the Toyota did a short fill. They stopped quite early. They were stopping roughly in the same laps as the Porsche, and we were expecting the Porsche to do 1.5 stints in the end. And these 2 laps, really, with the fuel capacity, really, we are on the back foot of the strategy every race, and here is no exception. And because it was so tight, we had to do what we did. So we did correctly. But we were surprised that they did a short fill and they went for a double stint, while Porsche didn't, because naturally they had less laps to do it in the end. So actually our concern at a certain point of the race was the Porsche and not the Toyota. But then Kamui did a fantastic stint with a double, and I did a double in my stint. So I knew how difficult it was. So I was not expecting the lap times they were doing. So to finish by 1.5 seconds, I think is very good for everybody that was here, especially for Toyota. They did a fantastic job, and for the spectators. But yeah, this second place, so close, you know, you feel good, but not great.
Lloyd, moving on to you, we heard the discussions that you had on the radio with your team about who would do that final stint. Would it be you or would it be one of your drivers? Just tell us how difficult it was pushing through the traffic on such a short lap.
I mean, it was not an easy race, but for none of us. I mean, I think honestly, the 9 guys that you have in front of you did an awesome job. You know, it was really close, really tight. We were pushing as hard as possible. You know, from one tenth to another. I mean, it was. We did really enjoy it. I think I have to say that it's really painful to finish second, because we pushed as hard as we could. I think we didn't do any mistakes, you know, as drivers or the strategy. I didn't see the pit stop. I heard a little bit about it, so maybe we have to work on that, because it was definitely a time loss. As Lucas explained also, you know, I mean, it doesn't help to be on the back foot with the strategy, with the amount of lap that we do per stint, but that's the way it is. But yeah, it was really close, you know, with a lot of traffic. I mean, you gain there, you lose on the other side. So it was tight. I think we had the quickest package once again, but it was not enough, and definitely. The race where the package was not right and we were the slowest, we won it in Spa, so maybe we should think about it. But anyway, it was. I think it was a good race for all of you guys. It was good for us too. I would have loved to pass Kamui in the last lap. I think it would have been awesome for everybody, but except for them. But but yeah, that's the way it is. And now we have to carry on. There is 2 more races to go. There's still a lot of things can happen. But yeah, at the end, it's not a perfect weekend. We lost 1 car. We finished only second, but we will try our best for the next one.
I can tell you that on social media it was the talk of all the different countries around the world. It was trending everywhere, so you guys did an amazing job. 3rd position, the number 1 Porsche team, Timo. How much of this was sitting in the garage trying to work out a strategy, what to do with the tyres and when to pit and stuff like that?
I mean, first of all, congratulations to Toyota. I mean, they really deserve the victory. I mean, that did a great job, and it was the best advertising for endurance racing. And we have to say, I mean, Loic and the Audi guys and Toyota guys already touched on it. I mean, it was so close over the whole race, and how we had fighted each other over the whole race. It was always hard, but always fair. I think that's a big compliment. I mean, that's how it should be. That's how motorsport should be, and also managing traffic. I mean, it was not easy in the 3rd sector all the time, but no, it was a pleasure to drive this race. Yeah, I mean, for sure it was P3 is a good result, but the whole race we kind of were hopeful in the position that we can strike back and then get a bit closer. I mean, a couple of times we were ahead of the Toyota number 6 and then getting a bit closer to the Audi, but it was always a bit tricky to read because of the cars were out of sequence with the pit stops. And yeah, so in the end we decided to change tires and then finish P3. So I think it's a good result, manufacturer's points, and now we're looking forward for the last 2 races, and we try to gain more and more points and strike back in Shanghai, that's for sure.
Brendan, talk us a little bit about the strategy call for that last stint, because you were in the car, you had the tyres underneath you. Who made the decision to change the tyres and also to put Mark in the car for the final stint?
Yeah, just first of all, echoing all the drivers' comments up here. What a race, 3 manufacturers, I think 17 seconds at the end. I think all 9 of us sitting up here, and we were absolutely flat out for 6 hours. So that was, yeah, I mean, that's awesome racing, and I think both Audi and us, we can probably look at little bits and pieces, parts of the race and say, just here and there we could have maybe won because it's so close. So there's always that feeling of disappointment, but amazing job by Toyota, and well done to them. Regarding the last stint, yeah, it was the team decision to change the tyres. I think it was, yeah, a risky decision from Toyota, but a very incredible one to pull off the double. Yeah, I was quite keen to do it, but obviously they're crunching numbers behind, and they had the feeling they were going to drop off massively, and potentially our strategy would be the best one. In the end, it didn't work out. That's racing. That's why we're all competing. That's what we're here for. It didn't quite work out for us today, but hats off to both Mark, Timo, the whole team. That was an incredible race, and proud to be up here with all these people. So, cheers.
I think at any point, all 3 manufacturers had the fastest car, Mark. You were certainly in your first stint very, very fast. That last stint, what was the reason why you couldn't be on the pace of Loic?
Well, I think he had fresh tyres all around. So,
And you didn't?
no. So that did help things. But first of all, again, to Stefan and Kamui and Mike, I mean, a sensational race for those guys. Toyota had some tricky results this year, and sensational to get a victory in the home track. So that's congratulations to you guys. And yeah, it was just a really, really tight afternoon's racing. It was really difficult to read how it was going to go. Obviously, Audi was short all day on their stops. Obviously, had to put some more fuel at the end. Obviously, had an extra set of tyres from qualifying as well. Which, I mean, all these sort of things add up into a race when it's that tight at the end. You take a lot. You just keep learning as a group, and we did that today. We are very, very proud of this result. We could have done a great deal better. There's also, there's always hindsight goals. What we could have done better. I think our car is a bit more sensitive to doubles actually than the Toyota at this track anyway. So that was the case, and yeah, at the end there it was certainly a slightly different car to what we had in the middle part of the race. So we'll look into that, and that's endurance racing. So, but sensational event, really, really nice to get up there on the steps in my last time here racing in Japan, and it was an honour to race all the guys up here today, and it's a good battle.